everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the 2019 Kia Forte. First off, we're going to do a quick walk around on the vehicle just so that we can go over the options on it, and then we'll take it out to see how it drives. And if you are stopping in for the first time, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Under the hood here, we have a 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a CVT transmission. That's going to be good for 30 miles per gallon around town. You're going to be 40 miles per gallon on the highway, 34 combined. Power outputs are going to be 147 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque, so it's going to be more than enough power to get this small car up and going. Finishing things up front, we have some nice LEDs up here. We have Kia's signature grille design, and then we have some projector bulbs. Very handsome appearance overall. To the side profile, we can see some very nice rims right over there. Popping around back, we can see there is ample trunk space in here. You can fold those seats down if you need a little bit extra space. There is a little bit of a cargo net here, and then you have the nice floor mats right there. And then a new design with this, obviously since this is the S trim, you get that logo, but it's kind of have like a light bar there with the LED lights in the back, so it's a very handsome look overall. And they have little exhaust pipe down below. Coming in here, we can see it's got leather bolstering here with the contrast stitching. You have more contrast stitching on these seats. It's actually a pretty decent amount of room. I have the seat where I would sit if I was driving, and I actually have quite a bit of leg room right there. And then you can pull this out to have some cup holders in the rear as well. Coming up to the front, you've got your window controls here, your mirror controls right there on the side. That's to actually do the trunk latch, and then you have your gas, you have your hood latch right there. That is your lane departure assistance on the side. Step and height's gonna be pretty easy. It's not terribly low to the ground or anything like that, but you have all your controls for the center stack right here, cruise control on the other side. Here is your key for the Kia Forte. So what you have to do is just put it in like a traditional key fob, turn this. This is kind of like your middle of the line packaging. It does a little system check thing that all of the Kias and Hyundais do, but you can see the little gauge cluster right here with the tachometer and speedometer, and then you have that little center stack which you can control via these basically to go through the different things. Here we can see the little infotainment system. It is a touchscreen, but they do double up with analog buttons right there. It's actually really responsive. This is where you're going to do your radio, your Bluetooth phone controls, all of that fun stuff right there. And like I said, super responsive system. Down below you have your climate controls for the dual zone climate, analog controls right there. Obviously you can sync them, and then you have a bunch of charging stations. This is your shifter. It does have a manual shift mode, and then we can see the drive mode selector here. So those are going to pop up on your screen. You can see when you go through the different drive modes, kind of changes. It's on the car, but then it kind of changes the color of the car. We're going to leave it in normal mode for right now. Obviously your parking brake, and then you have a little bit of a center console right here. On the interior, I actually really like these inserts on the seats. I like the look that they give them overall, but it's actually a really nice cabin. I love how they make the vents on the sides, how they're the little circles. I think they look really neat, and then the nice trims on the side. So kind of for like a middle of the line trim, this is definitely a really nice interior overall. Starting off here in the 2019 Kia Forte, and first off, the ride quality on this is actually really smooth, and it's somewhat unexpected on these smaller type sedans. Usually, obviously, you get really good fuel economy, but you kind of give up on the ride quality side of things, and so far that's really nice to see. And in terms of acceleration on this so far, obviously we're going to take it on a highway to really get an idea of that. But so far, it seems like it's more than enough power. This car isn't a big car by any means. It does pretty well with the space on the interior, but it's not a lot of weight to lug around, and so it doesn't need a whole lot of power. Now the power figures on it don't sound crazy, but it seems like it's more than adequate to move this car around actually. So we are getting on the interstate right here just so that we can get an acceleration with the new Forte, and also get the ride quality on the interstate on top of that. But so far it's accelerating, like I said, it's more than adequate. You actually get up to highway speeds relatively quickly, and so for a really good car that you could actually commute with and obviously get on to doing highway runs, I would say really, really solid on that side of things. The ride quality on the highway is really good as well. Kind of like I said, around town, it just rides really smoothly, and it definitely carries over onto the highway. These roads that we have are really beat up. not really getting a whole lot of bumps. There's not a whole lot of road noise with it either, and that's kind of the benefit of having, you know, the smaller sized rims. You don't get as much road noise coming into the cabin, and so it's actually a really comfortable car that you could just drive miles and miles and miles on. So that brings me to kind of sum things up where this car would stand. If you're looking for a car that's, you know, has kind of a little bit of a sportier feel to it, but nothing crazy, but then obviously gets really good fuel economy, so something that you can commute back and forth to work with and just drive around and not spend a lot of money on gas, definitely a great option. It's comfortable. It comes with some cool tech like lane departure assist. You can get a ton of safety tech with these Kias actually. And so, you know, with a comfortable ride, with more than ample acceleration, with a great fuel economy, it's kind of like a really good car that you could just drive on a daily basis. So I would definitely go and check one of these out. Here we have it, everyone, the 2019 Kia Forte. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you are stopping in for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you thought, and I will see all of you in that next video.